Hey YouTube, Bob here. In this edition of Nintendo Unboxed, we're going to be taking a look at Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And this game was released on the console in 1995, developed by Rare. And if I remember correctly, at the end of the Donkey Kong Country Expose promotional video, at the end, if you waited just a little bit beyond the credits, there was some extra home movie style footage shot of somebody going through the back hallways of the Treehouse, which was the name of Nintendo's headquarters here in the United States. And they came upon this secret room and opened the door, and the viewers got a sneak peek, just a couple second glimpse of the guys playing Killer Instinct on a TV. And that was supposed to make you think, wait a minute, what? I thought Killer Instinct was just an arcade game. But yeah, they wanted to tease that it would be ported to the Super Nintendo the following year. And I think it's pretty safe to say that a lot of us were like, that first, please, instead of Donkey Kong Country. But both games turned out to be fantastic. So that really developed the hype around this game, which it kind of needed because, like I said, it's a 16-bit port of an arcade game and one that was destined to be ported again onto the Nintendo 64. And you know, the jump there was 16 bits to 64 bits. And I think the N64 version still didn't look as good as the arcade version. But this is what we got on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and it is a fantastic fighting game in its own right. And one of the reasons I wanted to show it to you is because not only are you seeing already that it includes this Killer Cuts music CD, but the color of the cartridge is actually quite unique among the other standard Super Nintendo Entertainment System games. So let's take a look at this. We got the Killer Instinct branding on the long and the short sides of the box. Nothing too special there. The typical 16 bits going along the side here, and then the 4-button controller logo that Nintendo had come up with. Alongside the screenshots, we have a little bit of a synopsis here. The king of the killer arcades comes to Super NES. Don't wait in endless arcade lines to play. Killer Instinct comes to the Super NES with action, graphics, and sound that annihilates all other combat games. Fulgor, Jago, B-Orchid, Spinal, and all of your favorite warriors contend in the Ultratech KI tournament. Each combatant engages in the KI combo theory of connected moves and finishing tactics to destroy their opponents. With incredible displays of eye lasers, ice lances, wind kicks, and laser blades, these fearless fighters prove their battle prowess. But remember, if you lose, it's 0-0. The Killer Arcade Classic comes to the Super NES with astounding graphics and incredible sound. The complete cast of famous fighters with all their special combos and finishing moves contains a colossal 32 megabits of incredible fighting action. And then the Killer Cuts music CD included inside. This incredible CD is packed with the Killer Instinct soundtrack and remix tracks for an added level of entertainment. And as far as I remember, it doesn't have the actual game soundtrack on it. It's just a bunch of remixes of the original music. But if you do want to check it out yourself, I have a link to a playlist on my channel that has all the tracks of this CD. So you can check that out on your own. So let's open up the box here and see what we have inside. Killer Instinct. Pull out the retainer tray, and right away you see why this cartridge is special. It's a black color, whereas most Super NES games were gray. I think there was a red one too, but this particular one was black, and I must say it looks pretty spiffy, even if they didn't change the color of the rear sticker there. But I always thought the black cartridge was a nice touch on Killer Instinct. And then, not going to say the standard fare, because in addition to the standard fare, we also have the CD. And I think Nintendo got pretty lucky that a CD tray here, or kind of cardboard sleeve, fits perfectly inside their game boxes. So we'll take a look at this in a moment. But we've got the not the Super, but the Nintendo Power subscription pamphlet, as always. Check which type of subscription you want, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you probably get to pick a player's guide. Yep, that's what they're advertising here. And I have the player's guide, right here. And it looks like they didn't quite have the idea for the cover at this point when they printed this, because that isn't exactly how it turned out. Looking at this, though, I think I prefer the mock-up as opposed to what we got, which was just black. We got Fulgor on a black background here. But this one's modeled specifically after Killer Instinct. Humiliation, special moves, combos. Here's how to get 128 pages stuffed with information that will help you become a master of the hottest new release for the Super NES for free. So you get your free player's guide along with your subscription there. So there's that. And then the poster that has some of the more popular games of the time. We've seen this poster a couple times. We got the more current games of the time, 1994, 1995, with the exception of Super Mario World, the original Hang-On from 1991. Just couldn't shake that one because it's so awesome. And then on the back we've got the ad, full-page Star Fox-themed ad to join the Super Power Club, which was the same thing as subscribing to Nintendo Power. So if we open up the poster, we've got the artwork of Star Fox there. So there's the poster, consumer precautions booklet that none of us are really interested in, and then of course the instruction booklet. Killer contents. This one actually, much like Mortal Kombat, does have kind of a backstory about the evil corporation Ultratech. And then in the back of the box they kind of mentioned the gimmick of this game is stringing together like 32 hit combos, and each one of them had a certain name, like Ultra and Mega and King. I think those are some of the ones that I remember. We'll see if the instruction manual details any of that information. This is about choosing your fighters, different types of modes there are. Basic moves, you got your quick, medium, fierce. You also do block in this game like Mortal Kombat, unlike Street Fighter. How to string combos together. And then here the fighter profiles. This is the interesting part, because I really do like the characters in this game. This is where it starts. Yeah, TJ Combo, Fulgor, Jago, B Orchid, Chief Thunder, Spinal, Riptor, Saberwolf, Glacius, and Cinder. Definitely got the fire and ice going on there. And then the last guy is Idol, the Cyclops. So talking about ultra combos. If your opponent is almost defeated, his second life bar is almost gone. That's another thing. There are rounds, but as soon as your first life bar is depleted, your second one loads up, and then the match keeps going. Second life bar is almost gone, and the bit that remains is flashing. You can perform an ultra combo. Basically, ultra combos are like special end finishers that work when your opponent is almost defeated. Go into a combo sequence, and if you hit, finish it with the ultra combo move noted for the character you are using. If you do it correctly, you should get a double-digit ultra combo, usually in excess of 20 hits. There's no way to combo break an ultra combo, but if you're getting hit by one, you are almost defeated anyway. There are many other moves hidden and hidden secrets in Killer Instinct, and that is true. So this game is all about the combos. So we'll take a look at how some of those would work in the strategy guide. But first, let's take a look at the CD here. This is Killer Cuts, and it is just in a cardboard sleeve or envelope. But this is the track listing here. Only lists 15. Tracks 16 through 29 were just empty audio. You wouldn't hear anything, but then the 30th track would be something called Humiliation. So you can check that out on the playlist that I have linked in the description for this video. But if you take out the CD from its sleeve, this is what it looks like. And like I said, it's just basically kind of remixed music. It's not the game soundtrack, which honestly I think that's what I would have preferred, but some of this is pretty cool too. Cool enough, of course, that I made my own case for it, a little bit of a proper case, just scanning the front and the back of the cardboard sleeve to have kind of a proper CD case for it. But yeah, I was always doing stuff like that. So let's take a look at the strategy guide for Killer Instinct. Flip it over to the back. Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but it's just black. I think they were going through the production, like, all right, we got to get this thing out. Let's just make it black. We're making the cartridge black. We can use that as our reasoning, and we'll put Fulgor on the front. Then on the back, you just have a box of text. So, I don't know. But this book is a killer. Don't kid yourself. Power, speed, and skill are not enough. The secret to winning is combos, and we've got them all. All the tricks, all the moves, all the combos you've ever seen in the arcade are here in this little black book. Alright, so at least they were self-aware. Ultra combos, ultimate combos. We've even got new exclusive combos straight from the developers. You know, the insider stuff. This is the edge you'll need. Need a good opener for Jago? It's in here. Want to see B Orchid Boogie? It's in here. Feel like ripping out one of your never-before-seen unbreakable combos? They're in here. Now you can have all the combos you'll ever need to win. Unless, of course, your opponent reads this book before you do. So, you better read it. So, opening up here. Welcome to the future, a world controlled by Ultratech. In an effort to enhance broadcast revenue, Ultratech, a megacorporation, has created the bloodiest public spectacle since time of Roman gladiators. Survival here requires more than fighting skills. It demands killer instinct. And of course the aforementioned combos. So opening it up here, it looks like it's divided into some killer techniques, basic things, and then strategies for each of the fighters, which we took a look at in the instruction manual. So going through the quick, medium, and fierce punches and kicks. Combo breakers. The game would go combo breaker when you would actually pull off your player's combo breaker. And yes, they were different for every single character. So if you were really into this game, you had all the things memorized for every character. This game actually did have some pretty good digitized voices, because every time you would do a combo, it would say it, Ultra Combo, King Combo. So, some things about the killer combos here. Dead ends. And then we're going to go into the specific character strategy. They got some really cool CGI here for Jago. Let's see what the basic layout is. Yeah, there's special moves, Endokukin, Wind Kick, Laser Blade, Tiger Fury. So about 4 special moves per character. And then of course there are different combos. Beginner, Intermediate, Advanced, and Elite. So you can see the type of control pad movement. Very, very similar to Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. It was kind of a hybrid, just like the graphics. The graphics had more of a digitized look, but not from photographs like Mortal Kombat. It was like the digitized CGI graphics. Kind of a cross between Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat as far as the graphic look goes. There's TJ Combo. B Orchid. Some really cool CGI on all of these. Chief Thunder. Fulgor. Riptor. Saber Wolf. Spinal. Glacius. Cinder. And then finally, Idol. And then you end the guide here with killer moves. A little bit of extended strategy here. I believe goes through the next couple pages. Psycho combos. And then some specific to each fighter. And then finally we end with an ad for Nintendo Power, because why not? So there you have Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video, and will stay tuned to World of Nintendo for lots more like it. And until that next video, take care.